I've been a member of the workforce now for well over 40 years, starting out as a paperboy. Yes, we had paperboys back then, before moving on to a variety of jobs in a whole bunch of different industries. Finally ending up where I am now, a professor at Salt Lake Community College and a small business owner. I've enjoyed, or not enjoyed, all my jobs to varying degrees throughout the years. But today, if you were to look for me on Maslow's hierarchy, you would have to look at the very tippy top of self-actualizing. I love what I do. My wife is in a similar situation. She has a master's degree in radiological sciences and is the lead tech at one of the country's leading spinal clinics. She works in a sweet X-ray exam room with, get this, a window offering an incredible view of the Great Salt Lake. She's good at what she does, her providers respect and listen to her input, she's recognized for her contributions, and she gets to express both her scientific and artistic self in her work. And yet, every Sunday afternoon, we start to give these heavy sighs as a strange sort of melancholy comes over us. We start to say things like, I'm going to miss you tomorrow, or this weekend wasn't long enough. In other words, we start to feel the Sunday blues. So what's the deal? I mean, didn't I just finish telling you that I am completely self-actualized in my role and my wife loves her job? I mean, come on. Don't they say that if you follow your passion, you'll never work a day of your life? Well, I'm totally following my passion. And yet, every day is work. Am I doing something wrong? Far from it. In fact, I would contend that I'm doing something right. Human beings are complex, multifaceted creatures. There's more to living a full, rich life than just work. We need nourishing relationships, health and wellness, opportunities for growth and development, meaningful experiences, moments of leisure, and a sense of community. I love my work, but I don't love it more than being with my wife, reading books and watching movies. I don't love it more than puttering in the yard or banging around in the garage. I don't love it more than going for walks with my dogs or road trips with my wife. I don't love it more than creating art or messing around in my studio. In other words, there are any number of things I would rather be doing than working. This despite the fact that I am like in one of the best jobs on the planet. Another thing to consider is how we distribute the time among all these facets of living a thriving life. Engaging in a rewarding vocation is just one part of living a full life, but it takes up the majority of our waking hours. So there are 168 hours in a week. Subtract 70 hours for sleep, hygiene, and eating, and you're left with 98 hours. Now, if you're like most, you then spend between 40 and 50 hours a week working, and for some of us, maybe a little more. Add to that commuting time and so forth, and you're spending over half your waking life at work. This leaves precious little time for our other needs, like our closest relationships, health and wellness, personal growth, meaningful experiences, and time with our communities. The Sunday blues aren't telling us that we're unhappy in our jobs. They're saying that, well, we are also happy in these other facets of our lives and we wish we could spend more time doing them. All of this means that we shouldn't feel a sense of shame or failure when we look at the clock Sunday afternoon and start to feel our hearts sink in our chest a little bit. This doesn't mean we're in the wrong role or that we need to start discovering ourselves or figure out the purpose and meaning of our life here on earth. We are happy in our jobs. They're fulfilling us in that sphere. However, it may tell us that we need to find ways to nurture other aspects of our lives, those things that contribute to living a full and thriving life. I know some people live to work, and that's fantastic. Me, though, I work to live. And, well, if you're like me, we need to spend time figuring out what living means sometimes. All right? So there you go. Thank you very much for joining me. And until we talk again, have a fantastic day.